Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In this video we're going to take a detailed look at the most recent update for BattleBit, taking the game to version 1.8.1. The guys at BattleBit start off by asking people to take a short survey for them, stating that it's been a month since they hit early access and they would like to hear from everyone. I'll put a link in the description down below for anybody that wants to go and give their feedback. Then they give a brief description of what they've implemented with this patch, and I'll just read from that. In this week's update we've made some changes to the size of objective capture areas to provide a tighter and more consistent attack-defend dynamic. In some cases, capture areas were too large as a result of a discrepancy between the dev environment and the in-game result. We're also making it easier to party up with users not on your friends list and added a quicker way to report users without using the scoreboard. Additional failsafes have been implemented to protect users from progress loss or stat reset. And to finish off this little brief intro by saying that the next update will include a reworked map and a fan favourite game mode, but obviously they don't give any more away than that. So for the patch notes, to begin with party codes, this is a new feature which allows players to join parties without actually being friends on Steam. Then we've got the report player shortcut, so left shift plus F1, 2, 3, 4, etc. will bring up the report menu for the respective player without having to go to the scoreboard. This makes it easier to report players for abusive behaviour or other inappropriate conduct. Stat sync protection, a rare case has been fixed where a player's progress would reset if they joined a game server while the player's stats server were being updated. This happened because the game server would receive the player's stats as level 0, which would reset the player's progress. To fix this, the game server will now no longer let a player join if it fails to fetch their stats. This will prevent players from joining the server with level 0. Additionally, the backend will no longer accept saving stats of a player if their rank is less than it was before. This will help to prevent players from intentionally resetting their progress. Objective capture zones. Sizes have been reduced to 50% to 75% of their original size in some areas. This should improve the user experience in Conquest and Frontline game modes, as it will make it easier to defend objectives and allow your team to spawn on them until the enemy enters the capture zone and triggers the spawn lock. This change will also make it more difficult to hide in one of the many buildings on the map and stay in the enemy objective in order to disable their spawn. Placed gadget persistence. Players will now be limited to the amount of C4, mines and claymores, ammo kits, etc. that they can place at any one time. C4 will be destroyed when a player dies. A maximum of 6 can be placed. If a player tries to place a 7th C4, the first one will be destroyed to maintain the total of 6. Claymores and mines will not be destroyed when a player dies, however only 4 can be placed at a time. If a player tries to play a 5th claymore or mine, the first one will be destroyed to ensure that there are only 4 at a time. And then they go on to some of the small fixes that have been made to the game. I'll quickly scan through these, but there will of course be a link in the description below so that you can go and check out the full list. Domination. Reviving players will no longer return tickets. The number of players in enemy vehicles will no longer be shown on the map when they are spotted. When placing walls, there will be a half player size space margin requirement to avoid clipping. This means that there must be at least a half size of a player between the wall and any other object, such as another wall or a player. This is to prevent the wall from clipping through other objects, which can cause visual and gameplay issues. And they've fixed an issue where players would not switch to their primary weapon when placing a claymore while throwing a grenade. A bug where players could sometimes walk through the countdown on Frontline has been fixed, and the spectator camera has been improved. And that's it for the list of changes and fixes. Pretty decent work in my view from a dev team just totaling 3 people. I'm excited to see what the new game mode will be, and I'm hoping that they will eventually fix the new map not appearing in the rotation, as I've still not been able to play it. It has just not shown up in the rotation. They said that there's a bug with it and they're working on a fix. It does show up sometimes, but most of the time it doesn't, and up to now I haven't even seen one of those rare occasions where it does. I have just not played this new map at all right now. So of course I'm following BattleBit closely, as it's a great little shooter with tons of potential. So if you want to stay up to date with the latest news on the game, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And with that being said folks, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.